Righty. Praise Yah, everybody, and hallelujah. We're going to continue the Torah reading, Exodus 21 to 24, and we're up to chapter 23 of the book of Exodus. We last saw in the book, in chapter 22, it says in verse 31, "You shall be holy men to me, and you shall not eat the flesh torn into pieces. You shall not throw it to the dog. You shall throw it to the dogs." And I spoke about this. I did a whole video about this. What does that mean? Do not eat flesh torn into pieces. I did a whole video about this and about the rabbinical kosher food. So see that video if you can. Now, let's go to chapter 23. It says, "You shall not raise a false report, and you shall not put your hand with the wicked to become a violent witness." So here we see, this is right here something that the men were doing, a false report against Yahshua. They were breaking the Torah, and these were supposed to be the righteous Jewish people with this false report and putting their hand with the wicked. And look at the result. I mean, Yeshua was going to die either way, but honest and justice, not wickedness and false reports. It says, verse 2, "You shall not run after many to gain evil things, and you shall not testify as a lawsuit to turn aside after many in order to pervert justice. You shall not favor the lowly in his lawsuit. When you happen on the ox and your enemy and your wandering donkey, returning it, you shall return it to him. When you see the donkey of one who hates you crouching under its burden, you should refrain it from leaving the matter to him. Loosening, you shall loosen it from him." Now we hear about donkeys and oxes and all this stuff, and at that time, that was what was quite common back then. Consider that maybe somebody's cat or dog. Maybe these people and you see their dog in the street and they're looking for their dog or their cat. Help them out and help the animal out too. Verse 6, "You shall not pervert judgment of your needy one in his lawsuit." So just be honest and let Yah take the one to justify the situation. "You shall not keep far away from you a false matter, and do not kill innocent and the righteous, for I will not justify the wicked." So that's interesting. In verse 7 here, it says, "You shall keep far away from you a false matter, and do not kill the innocent and the righteous, for I will not justify the wicked." I will not justify the wicked. And it also goes on to say in Psalms, Yah can't. It says it is detestable to Yah to set the innocent as guilty and the guilty free. So this is a powerful verse here. "Not kill the innocent and the righteous, for I will not justify the wicked." How do we explain what Yeshua did for us when we read that? It says, "You shall keep far away from a false matter, and do not kill the innocent and the righteous." And we have the most innocent, righteous person to ever live in Yeshua. Did Yah break his own Torah there? "For I will not justify the wicked." How Yeshua died for the sins of the wicked. So this goes into a deeper study of who Yah is and what he did for us. And he did not break his Torah. He did not break his Torah. Yeshua did not break the Torah. So keep this in consideration as we're going to do future studies on this topic. "And you shall not take a bride," verse 8, "for the bride blinds the seeing one and perverts the words of the righteous. And you shall not oppress an alien, and you shall know the life of an alien, since you were aliens in the land of Egypt." And you shall sow your land 6 years, and you shall gather its produce. And in the 7th year you shall let it rest, and it lie fallow, and the needy of your people shall eat. And what they leave, the animals in the field shall eat. So shall you do to your vineyard and your olive yard. You shall do your work 6 days, and on the 7th day you shall rest, so your ox and your donkey may rest, and the son of your slave girl, your alien, may be refreshed. And watchful in all that I have said to you, and you shall not call upon the Elohim, and you shall not call upon another Elohim by name. It shall not be heard from your mouth. 3 times a year you shall make a feast to me. You shall keep the feast of unleavened bread. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, as I have commanded you at the set time of the month of Eve. For in it you came out of Egypt, and they shall not appear before me empty. Also the feast of harvest, the first fruits of your labor, of what you sow in the field, and also the feast of ingathering, after going out of the year, and you're gathering your work from the field. 3 times in the year everyone of your males shall appear before Adon Yahweh, the Adon Yahweh. You shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leaven, and the fat of my feast shall not pass the night until morning. The first fruits of your ground you shall bring to the house of Yah, your Elohim, and shall not boil a kid in his mother's milk. Now, to boil a kid in his mother's milk is one of the most strictest Jewish laws of the Torah that they follow, and for this reason, they don't eat milk and meat together. I was always under the impression that this was a pagan custom, and this is why they were told not to do it, and it had nothing to do with eating milk and meat together. Well, after a recent video I did, and I also posted it, and it's the same video I'm referring to as I spoke about the animal torn, I've come to see this verse different now. And this is a valid verse of not eating milk and meat together. There's a very good explanation behind it, and I did a whole teaching on it, so please go and look at that. Then we go to verse 20. Behold, I'm about to send a messenger before you to guard you in the way and to bring you to the place which I have prepared. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Be on guard before him and listen to his voice. Do not be rebellious against him, for he will not forgive your transgression. For my name is in him. For my name is in him. Now the note here says clearly this was Yeshua, the son and messenger of Yah. Yahshua means the salvation of Yah. The salvation of Yah. For if you fully listen to his voice and do all which I speak, I will be an enemy to your enemies, and I will be a foe to your foes. For my messenger shall go before you and bring into the Amorite and the Hittite and the Pezerite and the Canaanite and the Hivite and the Jebusite. I will destroy them. And Yah used this word destroy about destroying the wicked, destroying those that are against him. Verse 24, you shall not bow down to their gods, and you shall not serve, and you shall not serve them, and you shall not do according to their works. But tearing you shall tear them down, and smashing you shall smash their standing pillars. And you shall serve Yah your Elohim, and he will bless your bread and your water. And I will remove sickness from your midst. Wow. Here's Yah promising in the Torah, he will remove sickness from our midst if we serve Yah and Yah only. Think about that. Those of you that are suffering with an ailment, think about that. If you're listening to Yah and Yah only, it says right here in his word, he'll remove sickness from among your midst. Wow. If you have sickness going on, question this. Question this. There shall not be one miscarrying nor one barren in your land. I will fulfill the number of your days. Wow. You know, the scriptures clearly show that we could die before our time because of our wickedness. And here we're told, we shall serve Yah, and he will bless us and will remove sickness from us. No ailments coming to us, and fulfill the number of our days. Verse 27, I will send my terror before you, and I will confound all the people among whom you come. And I will give the neck of your enemies to you. And I will send hornets before you, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanite, and the Hittite before you. I will not drive them out from before you in 1 year, that the land not become a waste, and the beasts of the field multiply on you. I will drive them out before you little by little, until you are fruitful and possess the land. And I will set your border from the Sea of Reeds as far as the Sea of the Philistines, and from the wilderness as far as the river. For I will give the people of the land into your hand, and you shall drive them out before you. You shall not cut a covenant with them, and for their gods, lowercase g. You shall not cut a covenant with a non-believer. You shall not cut a covenant with a non-believer. It's so important. Many people today get in agreements with non-believers, signing contracts and doing these things. This is the word, folks. You shall not cut a covenant with them. They shall not dwell in your land, lest they cause you to sin towards me. Why? So they don't cause you to sin towards me. They don't cause you to disobey my instructions. If you serve their Elohims, it will be a snare to you. That is 23 of the book of Exodus. That's part of the Torah for this week. So keep that in mind and remember that. And praise Yah for this holy word. Thank you for listening. You'll have a blessed day, everybody. Yah be with you all, and thank you, and shalom, shalom.